let's simplify some ratios that contain mixed numbers. So sometimes simplifying ratios can be difficult in its own right, and then we throw mixed numbers into the mix and it just gets a little crazier. So we look at the ratio 2 3/8 to 1 2/3. Now, we generally don't like fractions within fractions, and a mixed number is a type of fraction. So to simplify a ratio with mixed numbers, our first step is going to be to change your mixed numbers, change them to improper fractions. So you may or may not remember how to do this. So let's look at the numerator first. We're going to take the whole number and we're going to multiply by the denominator. So 2 times 8 is 16, and then we're going to add the numerator. So 2 times 8 is 16 plus 3 is 19, and we keep the denominator the same. So again, 2 times 8 and then plus 3. Okay, for the for our main denominator, okay, we're going to take 1 times 3, because we're going to multiply by the denominator, and then add the numerator. So 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So 5/3. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to rewrite as a division problem, because a fraction bar, as we see here, just means division. So this is the same as 19/8 divided by 5/3. And now, my friends, we're dividing fractions. So we use our process of multiplying by the reciprocal, which sometimes we call keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same, 19/8. We're going to change division to multiplication, and we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we flip the second fraction. Now, if we compare numerator to denominator, we have no common factors, because 3 doesn't go into 8 or 5, and neither 8 nor 5 go into 19 evenly. So I multiply straight across. 19 times 3 gives me 57, and 8 times 5 is 40. And there's my final answer. If you want to change that back to a mixed number, you can, but primarily we're looking to simplify, so we just want a simple fraction. All right, let's do another one. 3 4/5 to 5 1/2. All right, so let's think through this. We're going to take 3 times 5 and then add 4. So 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. So 19/5. Okay, again, 3 times 5 plus 4. That's how we got the 19. Denominator stays the same. Okay, so then in the 5 1/2, we're going to take 5 times 2 and then add 1. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 gives me 11, and my denominator here is 2, so I have 2. Now I'm ready to rewrite my problem as division, right, because this means division. So I have 19/5 divided by 11/2. Dividing fractions means I'm going to keep, change, flip, or multiply by the reciprocal. So 19/5 times 2/11. Again, we compare numerator to denominator. We have no common factors because, well, 5 and 11 are odd, so 2 doesn't go in, and 19 is just prime. So I multiply straight across. 19 times 2 is 38. 5 times 11 is 55. And the last one, 2 1/3, compared to 4 1/5. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is rewrite these, because I'm a big fan of ratios written as fractions. I don't know why, that's just a personal preference, but it helps me see things a little more clearly. So I'm going to say, okay, in the numerator, I have 2 times 3 plus 1. 2 times 3 plus 1. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7, so I have 7/3. In the denominator, I have 4 times 5 plus 1. So 4 times 5 plus 1. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. And my denominator stays the same at 5. So now, because I have a division bar here, I can rewrite 7/3 divided by 21/5. And I'm going to use the process of keep, change, flip. All right, so I'm going to keep 7/3. I'm going to change division to multiplication, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal by flipping my second fraction. Now, hopefully, when you look at this, you're like, hey, we have ourselves common factors. 7 goes into 21 3 times. So I can divide both of these by 7, because 7 divided by 7 is 1, And 21 divided by 7 is 3. So I can rewrite this to be 1 over 3 times 5 over 3. Then when I multiply straight across, I get 5/9. And that is simplifying ratios containing mixed numbers.